Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Bay City Chronicles. I am here. I am your host, TGE, and we have the whole crew. And something might have changed, but you can't tell because certain cameras aren't on. But anyway, we should probably get to introducing everybody before we talk about locations and all that. So as it is, let's get going. We have got better than a surprise visit from Mom. It's Dark Falls. Worse than the uninvited in-laws. It's Chameleon Ice. That one annoying cousin that just won't leave, it's Norestra. And I'm contractually obligated to say this, the house guest that everyone deserves, Crimson Avix. And as always, I am your dungeon master / host, TGE. Well, we're back. We're in a cave. Nora's probably... Oop, I see some light up. What's happening?
Nope, not gonna talk. Just enlarging chat so I can actually read it.
You're better off with not, but yeah.
Yep. And as I said, we're in a cave, and Nora's already freaking out because look what's over here, everybody.
Spiders.
It's a spooter!
Only I can ping the spooter.
Only I can ping the spooter.
Just give me a flamethrower. We'll take care of the whole cave. Burn it down.
And then you destroy the rare mushrooms. But anyway, I suppose before we get into this, we should probably have a summary. And I think the best way to summarize this is in a couple of simple words. And that simple words are Chutoy Vrezad.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But the summary of what happened last week is, after the manor turned back into Duda's normal manor, you guys... saw a hummingbird, and it seemed like it was asking you to follow it. So Dovan, Janus, and Vrezad decided to follow the hummingbird into the dark and dank woods outside of the manor, while Domlega took Duda back into town, into the cellar, to find Nadia to say, hey, it's been done. Give me what I came here for, which is his prisoner. As Nadia sent a scribe, page boy, whatever you want to call it, to go down and get the prisoner, he came back and reported that neither the prisoner nor Koji, her right hand, could be found. As panic ensued at the cellar, the page led Domlega down into the cellar section of the cellar of the cellar, with beer and wine storage, where it turns out that there was a sewer grate open at the far end, and that probably was where they escaped to. Meanwhile, the rest of our crew walked through the forest following the hummingbird, where they saw a scene play out of different fairies making illusions of goblins and boggles for the two boys to fight as they made their way down a path into towards in the middle of the jungle, where they eventually came across an arch of trees. The trees in the vision were lush and green and full of life. The trees you saw in front of you were old and gnarled and rotted, but still formed the arch. You determined that this was the entrance to a fairy glade, where you need to be invited to go in, but decided to not head inside for fear it was a trap of the nefarious fairies that Vrezad fights. So you instead decided to make your way back into town to find Domlega, who... in the time he had been given between you guys arriving, decided to set a lovely little trap in the entrance to the sewers in case anyone tried to follow. That trap was a barrel of ale set to explode when pressure landed on it. It was done so by our lovely sorcerer Janus, who caused it to rise upward in a gout of flames, but thankfully managed to dodge out of the way just in time. You guys made your way down to the sewer where the ladder broke when Vrezad came down, so you had to deal with that. And then you guys heard different random whispering sounds as Domlega was able to use the sounds to basically trick you guys into scouting the sewer for him so he didn't have to. At the very end of the sewer, you guys ran into the guardian of the sewer, Chomps the alligator, who lived up to his name by deciding Vrezad was going to be a very nice chew toy. And for more information on that, if you haven't seen it already, please go to our Bay City Discord, where we have a fan art section, and there is a picture of the alligator chomping down on Vrezad. Highly recommended that you go look at that, and shoutouts to Kiki for the fan art.
Yay, fan art.
Coming soon, and soon we can get up, would be the Vrezad brand chew toys. So strong, even a crocodile or an alligator can break them. But with that, at the end of there, you found a ladder that descended into a cave. At the front of the cave, you see here that you are standing now, there are some weird-looking maroonish mushrooms due to the moisture coming off from the sewer, and that is where we ended our last session. So we're going to go on and continue on here now in this set of caves. As you can see, all four of our characters are here. So welcome to episode 5, Escape Plans. The floor is yours, gentlemen, and Nora.
So we made it into here, and I don't think Domlega said anything really much to us about why he was down here, did he?
No.
No.
Gonna do a perception check for any immediate danger.
There is no immediate danger unless you attempt to eat the mushrooms. Those could probably be poisonous. They're bright red, and you're not sure about them. But that's the only thing in the immediate area that could potentially be dangerous. Or the cleric if you make him mad.
Can I see if I know anything about those kind of mushrooms, considering that I lived out in the wilderness of Diastasi for a while?
You could. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, what would I do to do that? Nature or survival?
Yes.
Which, either one, or...
I can justify both of them in my head, so roll it.
Okay, survival it is.
And I'm going to back up here and go open the door because the cat wants to get out. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries, got a 22 there.
You do. All right, so you look around at these mushrooms, and while they're not something you've ever seen before, because you deal with mostly forest and wilderness, cave mushrooms, especially sewer cave mushrooms, are not necessarily your specialty. But they're probably not poisonous. You don't know what other effects they would have, but they probably won't kill you. I only say probably because you've never seen them before, so you wouldn't know. But they don't have that sort of feel or forebodingness of the poisonous mushrooms that you've seen. But you don't know if they have any other effects or not.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind in case we need a quick meal then.
Mm-hmm.
So Dovan's going to be kind of looking over Vrezad to make sure that he's standing upright after everything he's been through, because he kind of sprung forward after that, which was kind of surprising. Are you good?
I was in an alligator's mouth. I don't know what good is anymore.
But, I mean, we're still technically just beneath the city. We could probably, I don't know, get you to an infirmary or something.
I'm not old and decrepit. I'm just hurt.
Fair enough. I guess the auger didn't take anything away from you, so.
My pride, my dignity, yeah.
Should we take a moment to rest and recharge?
Dovan looks over at Domlega. That kind of depends.
On what?
Well, you came down here, and I'm still not quite sure why you're down here, or what you're even like. Do you know anything about this place down here that we don't?
I have no clue anything about this place. But what does me have to do with anything whether you guys decide to rest?
Well, because if you are going to be pressing on, I don't think it'd be wise to kind of let you go off on your own and potentially lead us into danger again.
If you don't follow me, I'm not leading you anywhere. I'm after my prisoner. If you guys want to follow, follow. If you don't, find some way back. I doubt you can get back through the sewers.
You call him your. So go
Oh,
on.
go ahead. No, please.
You call him your prisoner. Are you his jailer, or are you just like, I don't know, like what's that even mean for you?
What does a prisoner mean? My
As in, like,
prisoner?
right? They're like, are you his jailer?
No, I'm his seeker. I'm the one that was tasked with going out and capturing him and bringing him back.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's sort of like, it's like a bounty for you in a way.
No, I'm not a bounty hunter.
Well, no, I guess that's right. I don't know. I don't deal with prisons very often, so I don't know the terminology.
I am of the order of my tribe. He was a turncoat. He was jailed. He escaped. Someone had to go catch him. I was tasked with that job. That's all this is. But given
Okay.
how horrible a crime he committed, well, of course I'm going to take this task very, very seriously and make sure that I get him. He has to pay for his crimes.
Is he dangerous?
Maybe not to you. I don't know. I don't know what he would do if he met you. To our people, yes. Once again, he's a turncoat.
Gotcha.
Tell me, how would you feel if I did know anything about this maze and whatever this cave or what it is we're in? If I led you through and then immediately after getting to the end, I turned you over to your enemy.
I'd hate you for it.
And let's say they captured me and jailed me for doing so, and then I escaped, and they asked you to go capture me. You'd want to do that, right? You'd want to make sure that I was brought to justice, that I was brought back, right?
Well, yeah, especially if we have a history together.
Now imagine that you've known this person your whole life. Trained with him, were part of the same graduating class, were initiated into the order in the same at the same time. That's why I don't take it lightly. That's why I'm serious about this. That's why I don't really care if you guys follow me or not. I'm going to get him one way or the other.
And that's fine and all. Like, I think that I don't have a problem with you being serious about it. That makes perfect sense. It was the whole firebomb at the entrance and leading us around with whispers to make us, look around the sewers for you. Like, are you offended by the fact that we're even here?
No, I'm just wondering why you're choosing to tag along with me. It seemed like you had plenty of interest in the Fae or whatever it was.
Honestly, it's less about tagging along and more the fact that we encountered something dangerous. We thought we'd see if you would maybe help us out with it, and we ended up down here because we were concerned about you.
Well, first, I don't need your concern. If something happens to me, that is on my own folly. And second, while I appreciate the compliment of you thinking that I would be helpful in a difficult situation, I can't continue to let this prisoner continue to escape. I need to make sure I get him and I take him back to my land.
All right. Can we help you with that?
Do you know where he is?
I'm pretty good at tracking.
If you wish to help, fine. There's just 2 rules. Stay out of my way, and don't slow me down.
Aren't those the same thing?
No, they're different. One's in front and one's behind. But anyway. Well, fine. This is important to you, so... I mean, I want to help you out. You were helpful to us, and you saved us from some pretty bad situations. I think it'd be fair to repay the favor. And so if you want to take a moment to let Vrezad heal up after being almost eaten by a crocodile, that'd be great. But if you want to press on, then I'll at least follow with you.
Stay here. Help him heal. I will be back. I'm going to scout.
Is that okay with you, Vrezad?
Sounds like I don't have a choice.
So that Janus just kind of like sits down against the wall and starts meditating.
And Ivan's going to do what he can to kind of help Vrezad patch up any kind of wounds to keep them from being infected or anything, as well as his own.
Okay. Domlega. You move out ahead, you scout. As you come to this intersection, it's not that hard to see that the obviously answered path is down here to wherever it curls off to. But go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
That did not sync.
No, but I trust you and I can go check it if I need to. What was it?
Well, no. I mean, it should... Oh, I know why it didn't sync.
It showed up on mine.
I'm gonna just roll and roll 20. I don't have the extension installed.
I gotcha.
Oh. That's cool. I can actually see it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, because that's where it's rolled, and we're all synced in the same campaign. So
I want my D&D Beyond roll.
Well, how about you roll a D20 instead of a D10?
Yeah, that would work too.
You still want your D&D Beyond roll?
I don't care. It's a 15 for what's worth.
Yeah. So as you look around, it takes a minute to spot because it's hard to see because it's very tiny. But you do see an opening here in the wall that seems like it could cut out a lot of time from going this looping path if you can find your way to squeeze through it.
Yeah, I could squeeze through it, but could they?
The only one who might have trouble is the Dragonborn, but they probably all can.
I'm more concerned at this point if I see anything that could possibly harm or ambush.
With a 21 from your current position, you see absolutely nothing that from here that could be anything that would be harmful or ambushy in nature.
All right. I return to the group and tell them that I acquiesce to them resting the night.
Resting them? What?
Resting the night. Basically, out of character full rest.
Long rest, yep.
Right. I mean, so we're going to go back, or are we going to rest down here?
Down here? There's no way. I already said we're not getting back to the sewers.
Why not? We can just rope back up to the cellar.
You guys blew up the ladder.
Yeah, that's why I said we could rope back up to the cellar. No, we can set a perimeter down here. I mean, there's nothing left in the sewers, so it wouldn't be too hard to guard. I've slept in worse places.
So that you guys just look over and you always see Janus asleep.
Vrezad's passed out just from exhaustion and pain.
No, they have nothing on their minds.
You hear a voice from beyond asks, "Do they ever?" No.
That was the narrator.
Spoiler alert, they don't.
Right. So we should probably do at least some sort of a watch, considering that we know there's a dangerous individual who came down here. So, I'm not sure what Domlega would think, but Dovan would at least offer to watch for part of our rest, as it were, so that nobody ambushes us.
I'm fine with that.
Alright. If we split it up, though, who else would want to? Well, they're asleep. So do you want to take the other part of the rest, the other part of the watch, Domlega, or do you think we'll be okay?
I'm fine taking some time as watch.
Okay. We'll split it up then. Okay, so yeah, we'll tuck ourselves back here. And we will... Actually, no, this is fine. Yeah, we'll tuck ourselves back here and we'll just keep an eye on things as we recuperate ourselves. And I'm going to feel silly for having wasted my alarm spell, because this is the exact situation where I need it. So...
Oh, you're on. Who is on the first watch?
Dovan will go first.
All right, then, Dovan, do me a favor.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
Doing... Yeah. Not great.
As far as you can tell, everything looks clear. Sounds clear. Let me just do this real quick. Okay.
I don't like that.
Uh-huh.
But the length of your watch goes by and nothing crazy happens.
Good.
Who's next?
I need 8 straight to recover, so I was going to take the 8 straight.
And do the last one?
Yep.
Fair enough. And Domlega, you said you'd take at least one of the watches, so we only technically need 3, I think.
Depends on how long the watches are.
That's true. I was thinking if we were doing them evenly.
There's my horrible perception.
I mean, I will tell you the same thing that I told Dovan. As far as you can see and hear, everything looks clear.
Lucky 7s. So that means Janus has the last watch, then, yes?
As far as I know.
So Janus is going to wake up and go relieve Domlega.
I will ask the same thing of you that I have asked of everybody else, and that is, of course, roll me a perception check. So I love how we've got 2 7s and a 6. We've had a 3, a 5, and a 2 rolled so far.
We're off to a great start here.
We are.
Why do the dice hate us in this game so much?
Nora. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I'm blaming him. But I will tell you the same thing I have told everybody else. As far as you can see and hear, everything looks and sounds clear.
Is it my fault?
Guess it is.
Fine.
Oh, jeez, don't scare me like that.
Okay. So you guys can go ahead and hit your long rest buttons on the D&D Beyond side of things.
Do I heal my HP thingy?
You have completed a long rest. You are no longer have the drained HP. Okay. Go to notes for a second. Scratch that off because that no longer is needed. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops.
There we go. Oh, wait, I have to confirm it. That's right. Boop.
Also, I'm not sure what's crazier looking at this as you guys do that right now. The fact that Dark is still drinking the Coke on the frozen video screen, or the fact that I look stoned out of my mind.
A little bit A, a little bit of B.
And we're back.
Yay.
So Vrezad kind of gets up, kind of does that old man crack the neck, crack the back, crack everything, and kind of just like, that was a good rest.
Make a fortitude save.
Why? I don't want to know.
I'm just messing with you. You don't have to.
I don't even know where fortitude is.
I'm just messing with you. It's not actually a fortitude save. It would be a constitution saving throw.
That's
Right, which is why I said fortitude save, because it's not actually a thing in this. I was just messing with you because you said you were cracking everything. But it's lost on you because you never played the older editions with fortitude saves.
Yep.
All right.
Jokes lost on stupid
Alrighty.
people.
Hey, Chad, if we freeze up again, let me know, because I don't have my normal monitors. Also, this is a test.
Only a test.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, it worked.
If this were a real emergency, we'd all be screaming.
If this was a real emergency, spooters would have followed.
So as everyone starts waking up, Janus starts looking around, and he goes back into the sewers and comes back dragging the alligator by its tail and starts carving up in the stakes.
Before you start doing that, Janus, we're still searching for somebody down here. Maybe making a fire might be a bad idea to set them off in terms of a scent. There's not a whole lot of places that smells can go down here except down the tunnels.
Janus just shrugs and starts eating her alligator.
No, do it over that. At least eat the mushrooms. Jeez.
I'm a dragon. Do you really think I care if it's cooked?
Couldn't have happened to a nicer dinosaur.
Janus, as you eat the alligator, you have a sudden urge to just go bite down on Vrezad. No.
I'm out. Bye.
Not yet, you're not. Wait a little bit. Alright, so we're all back on our feet.
You're all healed up and ready to go.
We should probably get hunting.
Are we wabbit hunting?
Well, I'm assuming that we're, what are you again, Domlega? Ashanti?
Vidalkin.
Vidalkin, yes. I'm assuming we're hunting for Vidalkin.
Probably the only other one like me around here.
So, let's start doing the smart thing. What's the ground like down here? Is it pretty mossy and damp?
No, it's damp where you are because of the sewers, but
right.
For the most part, it's like rocky cave bottom.
Okay, so footprints are non-existent here, more or less, at least long term. Well, let's at least start going down here and seeing if we can find anybody. Is this guy you're searching for like you at all, where he'd set something up for us to ambush us?
Possibly, but I don't know if he knows we're tracking him. He just
Hopefully
escaped.
not.
I don't know if he knows that I'm around or not.
Well, let's try to keep a low profile then, I guess. Okay. So there's this opening over here, and then there's a pack down here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, what can we see through that opening? Just basically what Domlega saw.
Do you have to make
From
any rolls to fit through there?
No.
All right, then.
Alrighty. Well, as you come in through, you see a couple of things. You see this little alcove over here with what appears to be a treasure chest and a spider corpse. And here you see exactly what you see on the map. That looks like a campfire, recently used. Well, recently-ish. Like, everything's cool now, but it definitely still has that, like, fresh ash look to it.
Right, like at least probably a day old.
Probably
more
like,
than that.
yeah. Or a little bit less than that, probably like, 14, 15 hours, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there's a corpse back there. Can we tell how, from this distance, what might have killed it? Like what kind of death it might have had?
Not from this distance.
Okay. Well, dead bodies next to treasure usually bodes ill. So we should probably leave it be.
I mean, yeah, it boded ill for the dead body.
I'm gonna mage hand the chest to see if it's a mimic or not.
Doesn't react when you slap it.
I don't know, guys. You think we should open that?
That's the most obvious trap that's ever trapped. So,
Let's open it.
Yeah, I think we should open it.
okay, before you guys do anything stupid, then let's at least investigate this real quick. Because it could be some sort of a trap or an ambush, maybe even set up by this prisoner that we're looking for. So, what can we tell about this area? Are there any sort of depressions for pits or anything that might be on the ceiling?
Make a perception check.
Making a perception check.
Checking perception.
How bad? Oh, good. 20.
As far as you can tell, there is nothing around here that appears to be trapped.
Gotcha. Let's inch closer here. Let's look at this spider. See how it might have died.
Severe and several puncture wounds.
From which end?
What do you mean from which end?
Sorry. I guess that would make sense. Would it look like the puncture wounds came from beneath it or like above it? Or is it just all the way through puncture? Doesn't matter.
It looks like they were... Well, give me a medicine check, actually.
Gotcha. Oh, no!
Something sharp. Something sharp poked it.
Sharp object went into skin, killed.
There's holes in that there spider.
And you're not even sure if that's what actually killed it.
No,
Yes.
it might have just had a piercing, like it had earrings. I don't know.
Yes, the spider. Yes, you think the spider had earrings. Absolutely.
It doesn't look like anything's trapped over there, but I still got a bad feeling from it. But if one of you guys wants to check it out, be my guest. I'll watch and keep watch in case something starts to give.
Tank, you want to go poke that?
Fine. So I'm gonna open the chest.
Inside the chest, you find two little vials, bottles that have a red liquid in them. One very plain-looking, dusty bag, and one scroll.
Vrezad immediately hands the scroll to Janus. This is probably for you.
So I know chat can't see this because I sort of have it cropped out, but as Tej is reciting that, The only other person lighting up is Chammy because Chammy is taking notes.
Do what I do.
So, Janus, I will give you this for free. That is a scroll of web.
So I just tucked that into my pocket for now.
Yep, I went there.
I hate you.
Scroll of web with a dead spider. So, nice.
Vrezad's going to. I'm going to use some intelligence here and look at the potions and assume they're healing potions and hand one to Dovan and put one in his pocket.
Well, they are red. You are correct. They are 2 potions of healing.
I must have never slipped in that bag.
Yeah, Vrezad's going to start kind of now investigating the bag and kind of just opening it and fumbling through it.
Yeah, you reach in, it looks like a bag. You reach your hand in, there's nothing in it because it just looks like a nice bag.
No, there'd just be a random bag.
I'm going to do a investigation of the chest to like a false bottom that he missed.
Okay.
Dovan, you want this?
The bag?
Yeah, you want the bag?
I mean, sure. I'll hold on to it.
There is no false bottom in the chest. All of its contents have been taken care of.
So, this bag at all, does it have like any sort of like logo or stitching on it or anything that might identify it?
No,
Or is it
just
like
as far as you know, I mean, there's nothing. It's just an unremarkable leather bag.
Gotcha. I'm going to hold on to this because it feels conspicuous.
Out of character, but in character, you're a paranoid little creature, aren't you?
To be fair, out of character, our GM's a jerk.
And also in character, prey animal.
True, prey animal.
Why am I a jerk?
You keep putting spooners everywhere!
I put a dead spooter as a joke, and I gave you a scroll of web by the dead spooter.
It's still a spooner.
All right. That was random. But there was at least a campsite here. So that can help us with tracking, maybe.
Gonna investigate the campsite now.
Indeed. See if there's any sort of footprints or any sort of debris that might lead us.
Anybody else doing any investigating? I figure I'll let you all investigate before I give the answers.
Well, of course I'm investigating. I'm just clicking the wrong button on my screen.
You're pretty sure, Domlega. I thought that was. I was hoping that was Vrezad, but
Nope. I can right now see a rock.
Yep, you see this rock right here.
It's a nice rock.
It's pretty.
Dovan, are you doing anything before I start?
I'm investigating the campsite as well, so let's just
All
take
right.
a look. Investigation, I think?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll start by going up. We're going in order. Domlega sees a rock. It's a very nice rock, but still a rock. So looking around the campsite, you can see that this appears to be, looking around, you can see where they pulled the rocks from to sort of make this fire pit. So this wasn't initially here. This was something that was made recently.
Okay.
Seeing as where they pulled the rocks from is still a little moist underneath where they were. That's how you can tell it was made really recently, because the ground still has that, this has been sitting on it for a while, doesn't have a chance to get dried out in the air type of feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
As you continue to look around, you can, it takes you a minute, but you also realize that there were, just based on how the fire pit is laid out, you can surmise that at most there were 6 people here.
He's not alone, if he is down here. Nuts.
Well, I know he's not alone. He came with one of Nadia's goons.
Well, if there were at least 6 people around this campsite, then either he got himself a gang, or there's more than just him down here. We need to be extra careful.
Yep. So that is what you discern from that. And like we said, it was used rather recently. Well, within the past, 14 hours or so.
Gotcha. All right. Well.
And you see two paths. You see this one, and you see this one.
We see two paths here. Do we want to split up, or we should probably stick together in case we get ambushed? Well, if we take this path, we can see what's down there. We don't technically know that it wraps back around. We also don't know what there might be down here, like in terms of tracks or whatnot.
That's up to you.
Yeah. I'd vote looking this direction first, but what do you guys think?
Sure, that sounds good.
Just tell me which way you're going.
Very
Going
well.
left. Because we're in democracy, darn it.
As you make your way down, everything sort of seems to be on the up and up on the clear. Although in this little alcove down here, you do see a giant hole.
That's conspicuous.
There's a hole here. Vrezad just points straight down.
Maybe it's another fire trap. Hey, Janus, can you do your light trick again down there?
Can we lower you down with a rope again?
Not on me. Can we, do it with a rock? There's plenty of them around here.
Well, let's stand back this time. I'll just lob it in.
So you stand back and lob it in?
How are you going to
Sure.
see down there? I guess it stays around.
I'm a dragon. I can see.
So you stand back and lob the light rock in. You just hear...
I'm going to look down there as it's going down.
As you look down, you see it light up, and then probably about 20 feet down, it ends in a big old bed of sharp wooden spikes.
Oh, that's death.
Yeah, so we're not going down that hole. Got it. Okay.
Although, if I were trying to hide out, that'd definitely be a good place to do it. Nah, it's too inconvenient.
So Vrezad just kind of sticks his head in, just to kind of take a look around.
It's a 20-foot pit trap with spikes.
Okay, cool. No bodies, nothing. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's take a look around here.
Feels like we're going back up the hill.
We might be. Just in case we missed
As-
anything.
Yep, as you come up into this open section, you see a couple things that you saw when you were up in the wine cellar of the cellar, and that appears to be a couple of barrels of wine. One significantly larger than the other.
Ooh.
No time for drinking. Let's carry on.
We'll take a look around here real quick, see if there's anything that might have come around the bend. And once we get up here, we should be able to discern like we've already been at least down this way. So
You do.
that just takes us back around.
That was a lovely circle.
Well, better safe than sorry.
So hold on. I need to know which I legitimately need to know which way you guys are going. So did Janus and Vrezad go up that way and Dovan go back the other way?
Yeah, I was going back down towards where Domlega is down here.
Well, put yourself back up there.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't move my character because I stepped away.
So that's fine. I need you to do me a favor, Dovan.
Yeah.
I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution save, and I'll explain why. And I'll explain why in a minute.
Okay. That's not good.
Okay, so as you make your way back here and you're walking back, as you turn the corner and come over here, you get hit in the face with a spout of overaged, kind of bitter red wine.
Ow.
You're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 level of exhaustion because you just ingested a buttload of wine. And as you look, the barrels sprout legs.
The barrels were mimics?
No, the barrels are spiders.
So the spider corpse was a ruse.
Roll initiative, please.
And he said I'm exhausted as well. That's a status effect.
You take one point of exhaustion, or one level of exhaustion, or whatever it is.
Gotcha. Can I track that somewhere?
Probably.
Don't count on me for doing anything in this battle either, because, well, I've been rolling like crap all night.
Exhaustion level.
In the club.
Oh, there it is. 1. There it is. What's that even do? Huh. I'm almost scared.
You probably should be.
Wait, where are you guys?
They'll have to move to get there.
Yeah, we weren't expecting spider barrels.
How could you not?
It's me.
I wasn't expecting spider barrels.
Domlega may not have been, but I was.
Who do you think gave me the idea?
That's it. I'm leaving. I'm done.
I'm done, he says. Done.
I don't like that one of them's huge.
I like that one of them. Well, it's a giant wine barrel mimic. And it's going first. And it is going to look over at you. And just from the hole where its legs popped out, and it's got these little eyes that have popped up in the barrel too, a pseudopod is going to pop out from underneath and just reach out and try and hit you with a wine pseudopod. Or a couple of wine pseudopods, actually. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes, indeed.
Does a 13 hit you?
That one does not.
All right, so you are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you just get smacked with a tentacle of red wine.
Gotcha. Okay. Whew. Not doing good here.
It's your turn.
Cool. That big one's scary.
That's the one that just attacked you. That's
I'm
also
aware.
that's also the one that spit at you.
Right. But it probably is going to take more than a single area to fell it. So I'm going to slip back here and take a shot at the little one.
Okay.
So let's go for a longbow attack. Oh, I'm also going to designate it as my
The little one?
Slayer's. Yeah, the little one is my Slayer's Prey.
Okay.
Do it like pool. One ball at a time.
That hits.
Okay, 26. So that does 5 damage, not great, plus the D8. Sorry, D6. So plus 3, so 8 damage to it.
You fire and boing, it seems to stick into the barrel, but you don't seem to think it did as much as you probably thought it would.
Okay. New
Janus.
plan. Try it later.
Yeah. Janus, you're up.
So what's the max move range? I don't see it on my sheet.
Your movement is 30 feet normally. You can do a run action, I believe, to double your movement. So you can effectively where you're at, you're 60 footish, basically. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I'm 60 foot to the bend.
Yeah, so basically by running, you can run to double your movement speed, and you lose your dexterity to your armor. Or you can sprint, tripling your movement speed, which will basically mean any attack will hit you that round, is how it works.
Okay.
Now, if I know certain gyms will allow it, so say I go here and it's within my 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
can I attack them through the walls? Since I've been in that section of the room where I know it's kind of like where it is with my trajectory.
There's just one problem with that. This is a cave wall that goes all the way up to the top. There's no way for your magic to get through. If it was like a half wall or something you could shoot over, I'd be absolutely all for it. But you don't have sort of like line of sight. It's a full wall. It's like a full just cave wall that doesn't have any breaks in it. So
I just flush.
Yeah. So there's no way for your magic to get through.
Now we get the shovels out.
That'd be a
Otherwise,
cool
I'll take the sprint and go here then.
Yep. Otherwise, I would be all for that.
like somebody who just makes holes and things.
I can dig it.
Like I have like a lot of like raise spells. I thought I could just like blast through the wall, but yeah, I guess if I couldn't see it, then it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are spells that I would absolutely say you absolutely can blast through the walls. This is not one of them.
I'm going to follow suit since I'm up next. I'm going to sprint to here.
All right. Domlega is up.
So, did he shoot the big one or the small one?
I shot the small one because I thought maybe I could decrease their numbers.
Domlega runs up to it and swings his club right at that arrow.
Hammer, meet nail.
Cheeky. I love it.
I miss.
No, you hit the arrow. You just don't hit it hard enough to drive it in.
It's a thick barrel.
Why do you think it has resistance to piercing damage?
Yeah.
But the good news for you, I guess. Anything else, Domlega?
No.
Well, the good news for you, Dovan, is that the baby barrel has something else, something it can target. It is going to basically reach up one of its big old spidery legs and go just try and slam it down on Domlega's head. But it's going to swing right by and miss with a 5. It's the big one's turn. It is going to chitter up here and do the same thing it did against Dovan, this time with the 2. It's actually not going to do the pseudopods this time because it's within close. The opening on its front where you see the eyes, a little bit below that, you see the barrels crack open and form this jagged, barrely spider mouth.
Ew.
And it's trying to bite you.
Me or Dovan?
Oh, yeah. You, Domlega, but it doesn't matter because I rolled a 2 again. I rolled back-to-back 2s on the attacks for these things. So it just tries to take a bite out of you and just misses. Dovan, you're up.
All right. Okay, so they're definitely resisting that. Let's just be smart.
Are we allowed to be smart?
I am. Okay, Devon's going to look at these things. He's spent enough time in the Feywild dealing with strange creatures. I'm going to activate Hunter's Sense. As an action, choose one creature I can see within 60 feet. I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Okay, which one are you targeting?
Let's target the small one, because I'm assuming it's just going to be like the big one, in terms of the resistances and stuff.
Okay, so what do you get again? resistances and immunities?
I get any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Okay, it is resistant to piercing and it is immune to poison.
And no vulnerabilities?
No vulnerabilities.
Cool beans. Okay, that was an action, so that's that. Let me take a look at one more thing, though, real quick before I have to end my turn. This is interesting. Okay. Dovan's going to get out a club that he's going to hold in his offhand. Because I always keep a mace handy. And that's going to end my turn.
Alrighty. Janus is up.
Alright, so Jan's going to slink along this wall here. And I'm going to target the larger of the two with a Scorching Ray on 2nd level.
Alrighty. $21 will hit. That's 2. I believe it's 2 rays. So go ahead and roll me. Oh, you did roll a 2d6.
Mm-hmm. 6 and a 1.
Hold on. Alrighty. Oh, it's 3 rays. So I roll 4 more d6. Or no, 3 rays. You hurl at once. You have to make range attacks for each ray. So the first one hits. So make 2 more attacks. That'll hit.
Janus with the good spells.
And that'll hit. Okay.
Nice.
9, 8, and 7. Look at that. You do some heavy damage to this thing. And please, roll me a d20. All right. No wild magic surge, but actually, I know we surged last time. Let me scroll up here for a second.
I think we're at 3 now.
Yeah, this puts it to 3. Yep. So you're good for now. But that thing, the fire hits it, and it just screams in just like this chittery scream.
You had to mention mimics, didn't you, Janus?
Hey, I tested it. You didn't.
He did test the chest. Nobody tested the barrels.
I tested the barrel by walking next to it.
You tested the barrel by getting drunk.
Exactly.
Anyway, Vrezad, you're up.
Vrezad's going to run in and do the stabby.
Alrighty. Do the stabby.
And this is just without the dagger, without the venom.
Without the venom. Okay, so you're just doing the dagger. All right, that hits.
Without the 9, so it's just 7 piercing.
Yep.
And then we will swing the other one. Because we can.
Mm-hmm. That also hits.
Short sword's piercing? Ugh.
Well, as you watch, it seems that that Vrezad's dagger and sword are seeming to penetrate into the giant wine mimic a little bit easier than the baby one. Maybe because there's more wine, though, and the wood is softer and more saturated.
Huh.
Is there now wine spilling out of the holes?
Yes.
Awesome.
If I had to guess, I'd say you've emptied about a third of the wine. A little bit more than a third. Almost a half.
The bloody days of 4th Ed. It was like, clearly it's bloody because it's losing all of its insides.
Mm-hmm. And it is Domlega's turn. Yep, gotcha. That will hit, my friend. Roll damage. All right. So we finally managed to just whack the baby mimic with a club, and that did some damage.
Nice.
The like baby mimic is sort of like a little wobbly from that, but it is baby. And Domlega's like, yeah, I'm peacing out here.
Doing the smart thing.
Yup. So it is Baby Mimic's turn, and it's going to, as much as it wants to go after that, it's chittering over here. And Baby Mimic is going to slam its barrelish spider body into Vrezad. But I don't think a 9 hits you, does it?
No.
Okay, well, the baby one misses, but it's the big one's turn. And it's going to try and... you see the giant barrel-y mouth open up. Does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, then good, because if it did, I was also going to have to make a wisdom saving throw for being eaten again. Quote, being eaten again. Anyway, Dovan, you are up.
Okay. Let's trot up to this thing and smack it with my mace. So, Von, batter up. 17.
That's a hit.
Okay, then I rolled this, and I get my bonus D6 because of Hunter's mark. So that's boop. So 7 damage total.
All right, you do some more damage to this baby mimic as you just whack it, and it's kind of like a little dizzy and that, but it's looking like it's on its last spider legs. Also,
You could
Janus.
say its spider sense is tingling.
No, its whole sense is tingling.
So with Vrezad in my way, I'm going to look at the little one. I'm going to raise my hand and fire my witch bolt at it.
Witch bolt! This bolt! Please explain how you absolutely destroy this baby mimic. And then roll for your wild magic search.
So I just conjure up this giant bolt of like a flaming lance. I just aim right at its little beady little eye, and I just chuck it right there.
And you all look as this magical lance of just whatever energy just bisects this barrel mimic. And Vrezad and Dovan, this isn't for damage, but I do need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You're fine. All right, you both managed to get out of the way and not get covered in red wine. Dovan, it would have been worse for you because your white fur would have been stained.
That'd be terrible. That would look pretty intimidating, I'm sure.
Yes, but you'd smell bitter and fruity.
That'd be terrible, yeah.
Also, we got the 3. You know what that means, everybody? It's time. Roll that beautiful.
Check his roll first. Make sure you rolled it right.
It's
He
a
did.
D20, yeah.
Roll that beautiful D100, everybody. It's time. 70. Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
Oh,
The
no!
invisibility on a creature ends when it attacks or casts a spell. That is everybody, including the Spooter Mimic.
So that's basically everyone. Everyone is in.
Yep. Everybody is invisible.
Actually, the ninja's a better icon. Let's do that instead.
An invisible creature is impossible to see with the aid of magic or a special sense. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. The creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage, which means y'all are just rolling normal. but everything just disappears.
Why
As
can't
you-
we see anything?
As you all are overcome with a surge of magic. And yeah. So, Vrezad, there was a Slushy Spooter in front of you. Now there's not, but you also don't, like, you see nobody. You don't see Dovan, you don't see Domlega, you don't see Janus, you don't see the Spooter. You don't see, yeah.
So Vrezad's going to do his stabby, swingy at the location where the Spooter would have been.
Before you do that, I do need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm screwed.
You're on edge now because, yeah, the magic surged from Janus, but this is some fairy level bullshit.
Yeah, we're on some fairy level bullshit. I'm okay with this.
All right, continue.
I'm still stabbing where the stabby needs to be.
No, that's fine. The wisdom throw was to figure out whether or not you knew it came from Janus or if you thought it was fairy level bullshit. 16 will hit.
And we're not using the poison still, so.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then we'll go round 2.
The 8 unfortunately does not hit.
Right to the ear.
Yep, you just stab one and you go to think where you hit and you swing too high, like, oh, I guess I was high on the first one. But I am going to say you are a little paranoid now as you appear. So you are now appeared because you attacked. And yeah, you don't see anybody, but you're pretty sure you're a little on the paranoid side. This is fairy. This is some fey stuff. Something's happening.
You're all alone.
You are all alone. All right, it is everybody's favorite blue cleric Domlega's turn. Un secondo, I'm not sure what's going on.
No problem.
Push to talk.
No, pretty sure it's phone call. Work call. Okay, even better.
Oh my.
So what we will do is we will shift ahead here. And if we need to, I don't think Domlega can kill it. If we need to, we will move back up there. We will just move this down here. And so I have good news and I have bad news for you, Vrezad.
I can't see the spider, but the spider can see me.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It's fixing to be visible because it's attacking me. So
it is, but it does mean it gets advantage on this attack roll. But the good news is, my highest roll was a 15.
Yeah, you ain't hitting me.
Nope. So it goes to try and and just tries to nom at you, and it misses. But it attacked. So Dovan, there's now a giant wine barrel spider in front of you.
So Von just sees this thing appear in front of him, out of nowhere, seemingly. Kind of terrifying, but it's also a target. But he's not going to get close to it. He's going to actually put the mace away and go for the longbow, because Vrezad's piercing seems to have been working, so let's try the bow attack again. Oh, designating it as my hunter's mark. So, goody gumdrops. Here we go. 11 of my paw. I've rolled it.
You have advantage.
I do! Right, how do I roll it? Just press it again, don't I?
Yeah, just press it again.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it. There's a hotkey or whatever. 20.
There we go, 20. Then 5, and then my d6. There. Okay,
You like doing 7 damage, don't you?
It's a good number. It's lucky.
It is. It is. And you just fire an arrow. It sticks in like one of the spindly spooter legs. And you guys have definitely hurt this thing. Janus.
So since it's made out of wood barracks, I'm going to use my create bonfire at it.
Create bonfire. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Absolutely here for this level of BS. I love it.
Yep. So I get to make a DC 14 dexterity save. Well, the bad news for you. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. You are also technically invisible, so... All right. So you light this bonfire underneath the mimic. And I need to make one other saving throw here. Okay, so it doesn't combust from the heat, but you weren't incorrect in thinking that alcohol plus barrel would be flammable. It is very much, very, very much cooking. Vrezad. And Create Bonfire is a cantrip, so we don't have to roll the Wild Magic Search.
And that's why I used it. And it was free.
I feel like this is the opportunity to finish it.
25 will absolutely hit.
I'm still not using the...
Not quite dead yet, sir. 16 hits.
We'll have another.
Vrezad. Finish it.
So as Vrezad's second slice comes through, he hits one of the metal straps holding the barrel together, and it just explodes in alcohol everywhere.
All right. Vrezad and Dovan will need to make dexterity saves again.
Yep.
I was close enough, yeah.
Dovan, you are fine. Vrezad, you are soaked in stale, disgusting red wine.
Hey, it smells better than I did a minute ago.
Red wine.
It at least gets the gator out.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you bandage up your gator wounds?
I tried to help them with that, yeah.
I assume that they were bandaged up, yes.
Okay, because if you hadn't, I was going to say they sting a little bit from the alcohol getting into them. All right, congratulations. You have defeated the Slooshy Spooters.
Well, that was terrible. Let's never speak of this again.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Quick question. What would it take for us to heal with our hit dice? Is that a short rest?
Short rest takes an hour.
Gotcha. Not doing that. Cool. Well, we know he's not this direction. And I doubt those mimics were made by them, but maybe. But either way, we know the way not to go, so let's go down the other path. And watch out for any wine barrels.
Yeah, I'm good with that. No, the wine barrel. No wine barrels.
Okay, so we instead take this path now.
Yeah, because I'm a slow learner.
Clearly.
Okay, and down the tunnel we go.
Vrezad, back up. As you round the corner, you see something very odd on the ground here. You see 4 pumpkins just lying on the ground. What do you do?
White pumpkins.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, we are underground, where like fungus and gourds grow.
Are they growing or are they planted, like placed there?
You don't know. They look like they're just some pumpkins lying on the ground.
Hold on. I'm
I
gonna
feel
shoot
like-
one. I'm gonna shoot
I feel-
one with my bow.
Which
Okay.
one?
How many are there?
There are 4.
I
There's
choose.
basically, there's, I'll ping, there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna shoot this one over here in case it decides to spring up and give us some trouble. We'll call it Mama Pumpkin.
This one here, the third one I pinged?
Yes.
All right.
It's probably their alarm of some kind. So this is gonna be a problem. Actually, wait, before I shoot it, that's a good question. Can I check to see if this is some sort of alarm system, maybe? I don't
How
know.
would you?
I'm trying
how
to think.
would you-
Like if I can see if they're connected to anything, like any sort of wires or bells or something. I guess that'd be kind of much. Huh. Nuts. Yeah, it's hard to think of. Either like if they're physically connected to some sort of wires or bells, or there's a magic trap, which I would have trouble discerning. Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna shoot a big pumpkin.
So pumpkin 3?
Pumpkin 3.
Okay.
Any objections?
Fire away.
Too late. What? Okay. Oh no! What a terrible roll! It's stationary!
It is, but unfortunately, somewhere off the distance you hear a ping. Also, Vrezad,
Yes.
your pants get torn as his arrow catches your backside.
Really? Again?
William Tell I ain't.
And also, on another comic panel, you hear Anton screaming, "Lotron, not again!"
Note, we are not contractually forcing this. It's just happening.
The dice will it. Can I just take another shot?
Can I
No.
just use
Well-
my mage hand and
Actually, yes.
Let the mage hand it. Let the mage handle it.
This is for fruit. I hate fruit.
Worst case, you can light them all on fire and we just go home.
Yeah. Do your thing, Jess.
so I just go over and pick up the pumpkin and chuck it.
Oh no! Mage hand is 5 pounds or fewer. You cannot
It's
pick
10
this up.
pounds.
Oh, okay. Even 10 pounds. It's still you cannot pick this up. But when your mage hand goes to disturb the pumpkins, they all turn around from where they are. All the heads do that exorcist turn, and there are 4 jack-o'-lantern faces staring back at you.
We at least saw this coming. Wait a second. What about
as pumpkin scarecrows rise up from where they were stationed.
Well, that's a thing. Let's go. Vrezad was before they started rising up. Vrezad was looking at Dovan. You got any needle and thread back there? You ripped my pants.
Worry about your pants later. These things are creatures of the dead.
Oh.
Yeah, these mean serious business.
Yes, they do. Okay.
Apparently, my dice don't.
And I mean more serious business.
I know for what it's worth, Shammy, the back one was Mama Pumpkin.
Ah.
Basically the one, if we're getting the one you shot at was Teenage Drama Pumpkin. But we are in initiative rear. And I'll adjust this. And give me a second. All these, while these 3 entertain you, I'll be right back.
I forget what my class does when it comes to dealing with like his favorite enemy, aside from just being able to know stuff about him. So at the very least, I can figure things out about them. But they're also probably going to kill us.
No. They're going to kill y'all.
Dovan will tell Vrezad to like hold his action though a turn.
All right. Well, what we do need here is I do need one more piece of initiative. I do need our friendly neighborhood cleric's initiative.
Wait, you're wanting me to hold my attack?
I sent it.
Just for a turn.
Do you not see the 8 there, right under Janus?
I didn't see it. Nope. It got buried in all of my rolls.
Sure. You know, blame me. Come out and say, you know, is everything okay? Thinking I'm not playing, and no, you're just not observant.
Well, no, you said you were annoyed.
Right, because I didn't realize that I wasn't on Domlega in roll 20. It was supposed to say Domlega is annoyed.
Oh.
Okay, but yes, it is Vrezad's turn.
Yeah. Devon's going to tell you to wait a minute. He has something that might help you against these guys.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so Dovan will take his turn, which is going to be to cast Protection from Good and Evil on top of Vrezad. So, that grants protections against certain types of creatures, namely undead, which is what these things are, as well as aberrations, elemental phase, etc. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can be charmed, frightened, obsessed, etc. by them. So, that'll help you. It's an action, so that means that's my action.
It is.
But that means, Vrezad, if you want to go ahead and run into danger, they all have disadvantage against hitting you. And it lasts for 1 hour.
And Vrezad's totally about running in here. And so Vrezad's actually going to sprint to the back of this conglomeration.
No, you're not.
Where I expect you to go.
Oh.
No, you're not, because you can't make it through them. So you have...
Vrezad's gonna come up and we need to do some pumpkin carving.
Yep.
Not using the poison still.
If you have any fire, now's the time.
I'm assuming a 23 is gonna hit.
Oh, 23 is gonna absolutely hit.
13.
13 will also hit.
All right, so Pumpkin 1 here is taking, 14. And getting carved up nice and neat.
Our pumpkin head zombie here is definitely taking some hits. And it doesn't look too happy with you.
I can't blame it.
No. But next is our middle zombie here, our middle one, which is the Pumpkin Blight Soldier.
What a name.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's been playing too much Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I had these made before Master Duel came out. So it's going to move up here. I need to check some range here. Oh, right. Perfect. And it has disadvantage on this because of the range, but... What help if I hit the right thing? All right, so it reaches down and pulls out what looks to be a baby decorative pumpkin and tries to chuck it at Dovan and Janus, but it falls short and explodes.
It's a pumpkin bomb?
It has exploding pumpkin as an ability. Why are you so shocked that it has to do with exploding pumpkins?
It's not that I'm shocked.
Did we walk into a Secret of Mana Tropicala fight all of a sudden?
I was thinking more Green Goblin, like Strikes Again.
Or,
Maybe, but it is It is Janus's turn.
So Janus almost got attacked, and he does not like that. So he is going to take a step back. And he is going to Scorching Ray, the one that's tried to attack him.
All right, so that one. Okay. Roll your 3 rays. Well, roll them one at a time, because if you do happen to kill it, then the third ray can go after. 8 will miss, unfortunately. I said 8 will miss, unfortunately. 25 will hit, though.
Dark Dice doing Dark Dice things.
Yeah.
Yep, and how about a d20 for me?
It's back to 1 now, I think.
It is back to 1, yep. So as long as we don't see red, you're good. Oh, no, we're plenty fine. We are plenty fine.
Also, did that fire damage do anything extra, or wasn't it? Didn't it seem to do anything crazy?
Nope, just seemed to hit it.
Okay.
It is this one's turn. It is the Pumpkin Blight Queen's turn.
Oh, it is Mama Pumpkin.
You weren't wrong about Mama Pumpkin.
Huh.
You just had the wrong pumpkin tagged.
Mm-hmm. It's going to move up here, and its vines have a 10-foot reach. So it's going to just reach out and, well, Vrezad, it's vine whipping you.
Kinky.
And I would like to point one thing out here. The Pumpkin Blight Queen is technically... If I was playing this with how it was originally designed, it wouldn't have disadvantage on the attack because of protection from good and evil.
Uh-huh.
But because it's technically a large plant.
Oh.
But these absolutely are undead. So this absolutely 6 doesn't hit you.
Okay.
No.
But no, it absolutely does. I just want to point out that technically of the 3 of these, this is technically a large plant.
You can only do so many pumpkin enemies. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm amused nonetheless.
Yes.
Indeed.
But it is Pumpkinhead Zombie number 1's turn, the one that Nora hit. And it's going to try and slam you.
Good luck.
My lowest roll was a 20.
Oh, no.
We got 20 and 21. So
It's going to hit.
Yes, you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as it just sort of lowers its shoulder and just right into your gut.
Like a charging chucks you.
Basically. But that's all it can do. Domlega!
Domlega is going to channel his divinity, and he's going to use Order's Demand.
Okay.
What's that?
So, are they all the same creature type?
They are all technically undead. Yes.
Okay. I present my holy symbol, which is the medallion around my neck. Each creature of your choice that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must succeed. Also, I would be up here to be within the 30 feet.
Okay.
Must succeed a wisdom saving throw, so DC 12, or be charmed by you until the end of your next turn, or until the charmed creature takes any damage. You can also cause any of the charmed creatures to drop whatever they are holding if they fail to throw.
Okay. So that's interesting. One of the 3 is immune to the charm condition, but it's not the one you'd think. It's actually the grumpy teenage pumpkin that's immune to charm, but the other 3 are perfectly able to be charmed.
Because it's a grumpy teenager.
Because it's grumpy teenage pumpkin.
It's so over that.
It's so done with you. All right, zombie number 1. Wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yep, DC 12.
All right, zombie number 2. And Pumpkin Blight Queen. Well, you've got the 2 zombies charmed by you. Pumpkin, like grumpy teenage pumpkin is all like very, and then the Mama Queen just looks and goes, just shakes her head. looks at the two pumpkin zombies, shakes her head again in disgust. But you have two of them charmed.
All right, that's all I do.
All right. So, zombie, this one here, the one that you charmed, is just sort of sitting there staring at your holy symbol in complete awe. So, Dovan, you're up.
Alrighty. So, I would like to see if I recall any knowledge about this sort of pumpkin queen, or like doing what's it called? To recall information. The pumpkin blight queen.
Yes. All right. What is that's the it'll be an insight check.
Insight.
Unless you have an ability that allows you to do that.
Well, I have favorite enemy, which does give me an advantage on checks to recall knowledge.
There we go. Then roll it with advantage.
Yes. So that'd be insight, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Only if it's an int check. Whatever. It's an insight check. So insight's wisdom. So I do not get advantage, but that's okay.
I'm allowing the advantage on this one.
Oh, okay, sweet.
It makes no sense for it makes zero sense.
Hey, that's a 20. Whew, I needed it.
Yes, not only as you look at this, you look over this thing, not only can you recall information about this isn't the first time you fought something like this. In fact, the last time you fought something like this, there was a lot more of them. A lot more of the blight soldiers, a lot more of the pumpkinhead zombies. It was the last time you saw your mentor.
Huh.
So have you fought something like this? Absolutely. You know that they are not vulnerable to fire like you would think, because fire arrows were tried immediately and it didn't work.
Right.
You know that at least one of them, the angsty teenage pumpkin, which is now its official canon name as opposed to pumpkin blight soldier, angsty teenage pumpkin. Your arrows don't seem to dig in as much to that one, but the other ones seem to be also with the pumpkin queen. The arrows don't seem to sink as well into her as well. And you do remember at least the last one you fought. You're not sure about this one. The last one was yelling at you to die in common.
So I know it speaks, or the one I encountered did speak.
But that is what you were able to recall.
Alrighty, let me try something here. What's that? 13. Okay, good. Okay, so Devon's eyes actually turn a little red as he looks at this thing. Redder than usual. And he definitely designates it as his hunter's quarry. But he also shouts at it. And he actually just asks it outright. What are you doing down here?
She looks up at you, smiles a gummy jack-o'-lantern smile, looks you once over and goes, well, I was waiting for dinner, but now that you're here, I guess it's to finish a job I started a long time ago. And then her jack-o'-lantern face twists into a creepy smile.
So Devon just kind of sneers at it and says, you first. And
as you say that, the vine that she used to try and slap Vrezad with slinks up into a 90, looks at you and gives you the rock. Just bring it.
All right. Whatever. Here we go. I don't care if it helps. I gotta do Searing Smite.
I'm gonna do Searing Smite.
Okay, so Searing Smite. Maybe we said I'd be able to use this with my arrows for a shot.
Yes, because of the nature. Yeah, we are allowing this with the arrows absolutely because it's fire arrows. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Even if it doesn't help, it's gonna do extra damage, and it's gonna feel better. So, Searing Smite. Okay, so what that's gonna do is that's what the attack will be. Okay.
Yeah.
Next time you hit a creature, so that's what it has to do.
Yes.
So now I'm taking my longbow shot at this thing. So Dovan's eyeing this thing, gonna shoot straight down at it. Ha! 25.
25 hits.
Okay, so that means it has to make that Constitution saving throw.
It does.
It does. Unfortunate. I still get my D6 fire damage to the hit, as well as my D6 bonus to Hunter's Mark. So first, it's going to be 8 damage, plus the D6 fire damage.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Okay.
It's so Searing Smite. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon during your spell's duration, your weapon flares with white hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage to the target, and causes the target to ignite in flames. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target will make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. If the target or a creature within 5 feet of it uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, the spell ends.
So that saves for the beginning of its turn.
Correct. Okay. So you will still get the 8. Yeah. So yeah, you'll get the 8, 5. Did you Hunter's Mark that too?
I did.
Hunter's Mark. No, you had, yeah.
So that's plus 3. So that's going to be 16 damage with whatever it's minus for the resistance.
But it's only resistant to the piercing damage. So
okay.
And it's this pumpkin's on fire.
This pumpkin's on fire.
I knew I could get someone to do it.
That's it for Dovan.
Alrighty, it is Vrezad's turn. There are these 2 pumpkin zombies staring blankly at Domlega. One angsty teenage moody pumpkin zombie, and then Mama Pumpkin's is hot. It's feeling hot.
All right, so would shoving the pumpkin out of the way to move in to attack be my turn basically, or
it would be
walk there because there's like space, right?
Before you couldn't squeeze through here. Because of the nature of how the pumpkin zombies were like actually actively defending it. Now that they're charmed, there's a potential for you to squeeze in there, although you will be at disadvantage on your attack roll because you're in a tight space.
No, forget it. We're just going to off this first pumpkin.
Okay. You hit.
I'm not using the poison still.
It's still up, but barely. You hit.
Good riddance.
Hold that thought. Okay, yes, good riddance. It is a zombie, so it has undead fortitude. If damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken, unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. On a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. But I failed, so please describe how you take out Pumpkin Zombie number 1.
Vrezad does kind of the Jedi thing with the swords and just kind of slices the neck part in half with like scissors almost. Got some hedge clippers here.
Well, it is angsty teenage pumpkin zombie's turn.
Come here, Junior.
And it...
You know, like Dilly Dilly, instead he yells Billy Billy. And if you get the reference, I congratulate you. Not the Dilly Dilly reference, the Billy Billy reference.
Huh.
For those who don't get the reference, Billy Corgan is the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh!
So that's why I was chuckling. But it is angsty teenage pumpkin zombie's turn. It is moving up 5 feet in here, and it is reaching out with one of its vines to try and hit you. But not with a 2, it's not. That's a 4. So it reaches out to try and wrap its constricting little vines around you, and it just can't be bothered. So you just smack the vines away.
It's cute, Junior.
Janus.
So I'm going to back up to here.
That's a big space.
Still within my 30 feet. I am going to use a sorcery point to refresh a second level spell and use Saturate on the angsty teenage one.
I'm going to burn the angsty teenage pumpkin. Alrighty.
Now I can just hear the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song.
Angsty teenage pumpkin zombie. Angsty teenage pumpkin zombie. That one?
13.
13 hits.
21.
21 hits. All right, so that will take 9 damage. And roll that d20. We're up to 2 now. Ooh, awfully close. As you fire these scorching rays, you see a little bit of flare up on your fingers, but you manage to quell it before anything crazy happens. It is our flaming pumpkin's turn. We're going to count that save up there for that. So the fire, she puts the fire out. Mm-hmm. And then she's going to look at Dovan and go, that trick didn't work the last time. Why would you think it would work this time? And then she's going to chuck an exploding pumpkin at you.
Ah!
But because it's outside of her normal range, it is disadvantaged. And it lands harmlessly here and explodes.
You have to do better than that.
It's cute. Real superheroes don't look at explosions. I'm right here.
Well, maybe you'll just lose another one when I eat your friend here. And as the vine that she was trying to attack you with earlier, just sort of crawls up your side and caresses your face.
I will chop that off.
Domlega!
As she's reaching her vine out towards Vrezad, Domlega tries to burn her a little bit. So she needs to make a dex saving throw of 12.
A dexterity saving throw of 12. Which she fails, because her dex is -1. And that is radiant damage, correct?
Yes, it is.
It is. That one hurt her a lot. She screams, and as she does that, she's going to look at you. Maybe your other friend is going to die first. I wonder what a blue pumpkin would look like.
This is terrifying.
As ugly as you, but blue.
As ugly as you, but blue.
Also, the other one that was underneath the charm is out of it now.
Well, he is right here. So he is going to move up and try and take a smack at Vrezad for killing his friend. He's going to reach out with vines and crit you with a 23.
Okay.
Even with disadvantage?
Disadvantage, you're right. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh.
So he's going to miss with a 7, as the first one seems like it's going to hit true and bounces off the magical shield that Dovan has granted you.
Cute, Junior.
Came in handy.
Dovan, you're up.
Devon's just in a blind rage as he's just like shooting endlessly at the queen. Even though it's not super effective, it's all he's got. Just anger. 27.
Right. 27 hits.
Okay, so that's 9. Then I get to add the bonus d6. Boop. Okay, so +2, so 11 as it is.
All right. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Will do. How
And
bad is it?
you're fine. 10 is what you needed to hit because you said you were in a blind rage, which means you needed to actually think about keeping the concentration on protection, evil, and good.
Oh, good point. Oh, dear.
And 10 is the base DC to do that.
Nice.
So you're good. Vrezad, you're surrounded by baby pumpkin and angsty teenage mutant pumpkin.
Well, baby pumpkin's getting it first. Five to baby pumpkin.
Yes, 5 to baby pumpkin. Baby pumpkin's still up.
All right, fine.
Oh, baby pumpkin or teenage pumpkin?
Baby pumpkin.
Oh,
Okay, so pumpkin above. Gotcha.
yes. 7 will miss baby pumpkin.
All right.
Baby pumpkin, do. I'm expecting to see my door swing open behind me in a minute with Krim holding a freaking
Like a
chef's
chair.
And that's it for BCC as the GM is dead.
The camera just cuts out.
We just pan over, just see me twitching.
It's less about the GM being dead than the restreamer being in jail.
I've got the stuff. We'll just go without the two of you.
You don't have the resources now.
We can make new ones.
We can, but that wouldn't be nearly as fun.
No, not nearly.
But that being said, it is angsty teenage pumpkin's turn. And angsty teenage pumpkin is going to try and reach out and touch somebody. But not with that, it's not. Again, your magical shield paying major dividends here, as it looks like it's going to connect through, and then just the vine goes flying crazy.
They have medicine for that, Junior.
Just fire him off left and right. You a bard or are you a whatever you're called, blood hunter?
These aren't Fae.
The pumpkin queen looks and goes, "Whatever he is, he's ugly." And smells like
uglier than you.
And smells like cheap wine.
I am a cheap date.
I mean, if you want to be a cheap date, we can go back to my place and you can be dinner.
You'll have to fight the alligator for me first.
See? More than one person finds you delicious.
I am very tasty.
I don't like the way you said that.
Oh, are you mad that I'm not flirting with you? You're just a snack, boy.
She needs a real man.
She can have him, it's fine.
She looks at you, just like I had your mentor.
Now you made it personal. That's not cool.
But either way, it's Janus's turn. Dark.
Since they're all kindly let a row for me, I can move there, and I am going to use my dragon breath.
Oh, you're gonna burp on him! Yes! Oh, this is great.
So before I do my breath, I'd reach up and I'd take some of that wine that we had taken.
I love this.
A swoosh.
I love this so much. All right, so they all need to make DC 11 dexterity saves. None of them have very good dex. Oop. Fail. Pass.
Oh.
Hey, Vrezad. Oh, is he not here right now? He's not. I'll have to have him make a save when he gets back because he's standing right next to the line of fire and he's covered in wine.
Well, now just kind of like the way I cut the spell too. I can do it straight, like in that line.
Oh no, I know. I just want to. I'm not going to have him deal damage. I'm just going to mess with his outfit.
It's psychic damage.
It's morale damage.
Yes, that's it.
All right, so pumpkin zombie. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I burped on you.
Of course you did.
Well, he burped next to you, and you're covered in wine. You're fine. Your clothes don't singe.
Reassuring.
11 was the dexterity save, so.
That little pumpkin's hanging on.
But angsty teenage pumpkin is looking very bad. But right now, it is Pumpkin Queen's turn. And since the threat has been made, she wants to be with Vrezad tonight, so she's going to try and reach out and touch somebody. But not with a 13 is my lowest roll, because protection from good and evil. Putting in some work.
It is.
It is absolutely putting in some
protection from
work.
good and evil, and my dex being, or my DC being just stupid.
There's a reason Dovan took that spell after this incident.
After the yes, what has been come to known in lore long past as the angsty teenage pumpkin zombie incident, which was preceded by the wine spider incident.
We don't talk about the wine spider incident.
And which will precede the llama incident. We won't talk about the llama incident either when it happens.
Well, yes, but that's because of something about statute of limitations But we will talk about Vrezad brand chew toys. Which
Get them
I'm not gonna...
while they're still on sale.
I am now going to find every enemy I can that has a bite attack.
It's going to be a thing.
Well, the wine barrel spider had a bite attack where it could swallow you and put you into the barrel to try and ferment you.
Yeah, it failed horribly.
It did, but that would have been hilarious. Oh, Domlega, are you back yet?
I am.
Okay, it is your turn.
So Evil Queen's still there?
Evil Queen's still there and kind of flirting with Vrezad.
She's distracted by my stunning flowing hair.
Yeah, Domlega just sort of goes up and just swings at her with his quarterstaff.
Which one are you hitting? Going after?
Queen.
She's down here.
Yeah, you can't. You have to squeeze into this to get to her. You can get to any of the other ones. She's kind of...
Oh, never mind. I cannot see Nora's character for the life of me for what it's worth.
Oh.
I'll put a background on it.
So instead, I guess I'll go to that one and swing at him.
Okay. 11 will hit that one. Well, it doesn't matter if you're one-handing or two-handing. It's 4 damage either way.
He would have two-handed that one because it sort of would have been like a running like baseball swing, but...
Mm-hmm. You smash it pretty good. This is a squishy, rotting pumpkin. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. It is squishy, rotting pumpkin head zombie turn. And it's not sure what it wants to do because One just burped on it. One just smacked it in the head. So it's going to try and... It's more afraid of the blue guy for reasons. So it's going to try and shoulder tackle the blue guy.
Ooh.
But I don't think a 14 hits you.
Nope.
So it misses horribly. Dovan.
All right, he's still angrily shooting at the queen. You take that back. 12. Oh no.
As your arrow zips by her head. Well, I'm not going to take that back. Your accuracy is still horrible. Just like it was all those years ago when you couldn't help. And the creepy smile goes back across her face. Please make me another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw this time. Gotcha.
Wisdom saving throw this time. So the good news is the spell is still up. The bad news is you very much want this pumpkin blight queen smashed to pieces.
Well, yes. That's not bad. That's true.
I will say the DC is increasing to keep your concentration every turn, every round.
I'm not surprised.
Nope. It is Vrezad's turn.
Well, time to smash some pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to attack the one directly above me.
So Pumpkinhead Zombie.
Pumpkinhead Zombies get the first swing.
That will hit. All right, hold on. You kill it because I rolled like crap on its Constitution save. So I'm assuming you do the same thing to kill this one.
Yeah, the second swing will come around and go for that one.
All righty. Uh, 18 will absolutely hit. And please describe in excruciating detail how you take out angsty teenage pumpkin zombie.
So first, you see Vrezad just kind of casually look over, or not even really look, to his left and just stabs the first pumpkin in the eye sockets as he takes it out. And then the second one, he just comes through and just gives him that giant slash across the face, carving his eye and his mouth in half.
Oh my.
And it just stays there for a minute. And then you see like the cuts materialize like it's a video game or an anime or something, and it just falls with pumpkin seeds and pumpkin guts rotted everywhere on the ground. Janus!
I need to shoot you a DM first. I think I can do this, but I'm not positive.
Alrighty, shoot me a DM.
Vrezad looks up at the pumpkin queen and is like, your turn.
She looks back at you. I like it when they're feisty.
You're not my target, but you're my type.
Oh, you're mine too.
Don't trust her!
I'm gonna stab her. You think I'm gonna trust her? I'm not a bard. I'm gonna stab her with the other thing.
So Janus reaches into his pouch and he pulls out the scroll of web. He looks at the queen and goes, "Gotcha," and uses the power of web on the queen.
Oh, righty. You conjure a massive, thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range. The web fills a 20-foot cube from the point of duration. So basically, you've spider-webbed this whole section right here. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid master layers, the conjure web collapses on itself and the spell ends at the start of your next turn. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remain in the webs or break free. A creature that is restrained by the webs can use its actions to make strength checks against the spell save DC. If it succeeds, it's no longer restrained. Oh yeah, the webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 points of fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the web.
Wow. I'm sad I wasted my fire spell already.
Mm-hmm. And the DC save is 14 on those. So it is her turn, and she has to make a save or be restrained. Oh, she majorly restrained. She is majorly restrained. I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
All right, restrained is as followed. A restrained creature speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from a bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls all have disadvantage, and the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So it can't move, but it can try and reach out and exploding pumpkin on Vrezad. My lowest roll was a 14, which I know does not hit.
I'm still here, sweetie.
You're not playing very fairly, are you?
You acted like a pumpkin on the ground to get the ambush on somebody, and how do you like it when we fight fair?
She looks and goes, well, what I meant was usually the restraints are saved for after we get home.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm going to have you for dinner first.
Oh, you want some pumpkin pie?
It sounds delicious.
Domlega is up.
It's like the strangest euphemism I've heard in a long time.
After hearing that, Domlega isn't sure whether to hit Vrezad in the back of the head or go for the pumpkin's mouth.
Yes.
But considering this isn't Ponzi, he goes for the pumpkin's mouth.
Tonight's episode of Bay City Chronicles is rated L for lewd.
And I for immature.
Kiki, I am wearing pumpkin orange.
And yeah, that doesn't...
No, that definitely does not hit.
I was too disgusted by the conversation.
But you have advantage because she's in webs.
Ooh.
16 will hit.
This is two-handed again, by the way.
Alrighty.
Should have went one-handed.
There's something wrong about rolling more damage on the one hand than the two hand. It's just wrong.
Doesn't feel right.
Nothing about this feels right.
No.
No, this whole encounter has felt very wrong.
I mean, you're perpetuating it.
You're not helping. Yeah.
I mean, we're in a cave and I feel dirtier because of the conversation going on between you and the queen.
Yep, I'm gonna have to shower when this is done.
Or you some weed killer.
Anyway, Dovan, you just watched Janus tangle the Pumpkin Queen in web as she was continuing to flirt with Vrezad.
So Dovan just gonna growl at her and say, "Just shut up! This one's for Creighton." He's gonna shoot an arrow straight at her head. I mean, there are many other options, but... Okay, so advantage, right?
Yes.
Boop. Oh no! What terrible rolls!
She's stationary. She's not moving. Yet in your fit of anger, you can't aim properly, and it goes right over her head.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. She looks right at you, and she goes, well, I mean, if I taught you how to shoot in a bow and arrow, I wouldn't be bragging about that shot, now would I?
Wouldn't he have one more roll since it's disadvantage?
I did use rolls.
He has 2, yeah, 11 and 10 he has.
They were both terrible.
Yeah, he rolled a 2 and a 3.
Devon curses at her, but I don't know many curse words for him, so... But it's not a very youthful mouth that he has on him right now.
Vrezad, your flirting is interrupted by an arrow whizzing overhead, and then some very choice words coming out of the fluffy little rabbit's mouth.
You want me to do the wisdom save again, by the way, or no?
I do.
Would you like me to kill her for you?
Oh, no.
Protection from good and evil has dropped.
Yeah, okay. All right. So Vrezad is going to do his standard combo now.
Mm-hmm.
This time we're going to go dagger.
Are we venoming or not?
No, regular
Okay.
dagger for 7.
All right, that will hit.
The green blade flame damage on the sword.
All right. No, you can't.
Oh, I can't.
You can only have either green flame blade or 2 weapon fighting because they're both a bonus action.
That's right. Okay, so we're just swinging the sword again.
Yep. 15 hits. That shouldn't have happened.
What
Health
should
became dash.
Yes, health became dash. I hit an extra button that I shouldn't have.
Oh, so standard around here.
There it is. Those stabs don't seem to be doing as well. Also, did you technically want to roll with advantage to try and crit?
I mean, sure, why not?
Because she is still technically... All right, nothing there. And the short sword? No, didn't crit. Okay. Janus!
So since she's all nicely tied up and bundled, I'm going to use my Scorching Ray.
Mm-hmm. You get advantage in all 3 attack rolls.
Okay, so how do I roll that then?
Let me check.
Do I just hold shift?
Yep, just hold shift and it should give it with advantage.
$10 will miss. 23 will hit. 25 will hit. So she will take 10 damage and there we go. And Scorching Ray is a fire spell, is it not?
It is, yes.
So she will also, the webs will burn up, but she'll take 2d4 points of fire damage. So go ahead and roll the 2d4. She will take 4 more damage because she started its turn in the fire. The webs aren't fully burned yet because they burn away in a round, so at the beginning of your next turn, they're going to be fully burnt.
I have 1 sorcery point left, just for the record.
And one more thing I need you to do. Roll me that d20. We're up to 3 now. 18, we're good. We're up to 4 now. Alrighty, it is her turn. And even though she's restrained, she can still reach out and touch Vrezad. She's still at disadvantage because of web. But my lowest roll was a 19.
Wait, what?
She reached out to try and attack you with her constricting vines. My lowest roll was a 19, which I know hits you.
Yes.
So, first things first, you are going to need to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
Well, I'm
Jeez.
screwed.
Okay, so you are constricted by her. She's got her vine wrapped around you. So the good news is, because of that, you don't take any damage. She's just got her vine wrapped around you.
This is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you flirt with her long enough. This was coming.
Yeah.
Domlega.
Domlega just looks to increase the fire.
To increase the fire.
So it's a DC 12 deck save.
She gets disadvantage on this because the webs still haven't burned off yet. What'd you say the DC was?
12.
Well, because of the disadvantage, roll it. I mean, technically it's radiant base damage, so it's doubled. So it is 2.
So anytime I've actually damaged her, except for the first flame, or the first flame wasn't even her. So yeah, anytime I've damaged her, it's been a roll of 1 damage.
Hey, it's still more damage than Dovan has done.
And both of them have been D8s.
True.
Me and Vrezad have just been the bash brothers like usual.
Yes. Speaking of that, Dovan, you're up.
So when Dovan sees her wrap her tendril around Vrezad, like, he's going to freak out because she threatened to take another friend from him. You're like, we're not that close, we're close enough. But he's going to actually, like, scream out of Vrezad as he tries to run towards him, saying, "No! Not again!" And he's going to try to pull out his mace and smash that tendril that's going around Vrezad.
All right. Don't roll a critical miss.
Okay, so it's roll an attack.
It is advantage technically until the beginning of Janus's turn.
Hada!
I thought at the end of my turn.
Either way, 10 on 10. Guess what? 10 misses either way.
What? Is it a roll critical miss?
Yes, critical miss means you would
Critical
have hit.
miss would have been hitting Vrezad.
Yeah.
Oh,
10 still misses. She has no dexterity bonus to her armor, so.
gotcha.
Yep. But Vrezad, you are all tentacled up.
Is she restricting my movement, or
You are grappled. So a grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated, which I don't have to worry about that. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappler. So all you can't do is move right now.
okay? Well, we're swinging swords then.
Mhm.
No venom. Oh, woof.
Oh,
Magic
venom.
number is 10, apparently.
Yep.
But we're still rolling advantage.
Yep. 24
That
hit.
one we'll get. 8.
All right, and shorty sword. 16 will hit. You do some damage, but she doesn't seem to be too phased by it.
Can he change short sword damage to slashing, or does it have to be piercing?
It's piercing.
It's piercing by design.
Mm-hmm. All right, Janus. She's reaching out and touching your friend.
So Janus doesn't like that, so I'm going to use my Chaos Bolt on it.
Chaos Bolt. All right, that's the one that has the, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the one that does damage based on the D8, correct?
It's 2d8, yes.
Well, no, I meant the elemental type of damage it does.
Correct.
All right. So, which actually is such an appropriate spell for a wild magic sorcerer to have. All right. So, first things first, go ahead. So it's choose one of the D8s you rolled, and that you choose the attack type based on that D8. Okay, cool. So roll the hit. Roll with advantage, because it's the last time it's going to do it. So just, roll it again. All right, so your 2d8 options are 4 and 5. So that would be either Force damage or lightning damage?
I will go lightning.
All right, so there's 14 lightning damage. That is not the one you wanted to roll. She is not immune or resistant or vulnerable to either force or lightning, but I wasn't telling you that till the end. There was one of those 8 damage types that would have killed her with that roll. But speaking of killing people with rolls, how about we roll a d20 for a wild magic surge, because we're on 4 now.
Well, hold on, because at the start of this, Dovan had tested her, and he said that she had no immunities. So.
No, that was not. No, that was the mimics that he.
I looked at her to see what I knew about her.
Right. He knew that fire didn't do extra damage because of backstory, but he doesn't know what. All right, 11. No, we haven't surged yet, but we're at 5 now. It is her turn, and you are not going to like this.
I haven't liked any of this since we started, but
All right, you are grappled, so you're going to make this at disadvantage. But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 14. Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yep. So 11. So DC was 14. So she pulls you in close, opens up her giant jack-o'-lantern maw, and clamps down on the top of your head. And it feels like she's trying to suck your brain out.
That wasn't the part I was expecting to put in your mouth.
Until the beginning of your next turn, you are incapacitated. Until your next turn, you're incapacitated. At the beginning of your next turn, you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or your brain is consumed and you turn into a pumpkin-head zombie. For the record, it takes 3 attacks to do it. It has to grapple, bite, and then slurp. So what is the lesson of the day? Don't pay for character art. You're just going to die.
So
dead yet?
We'll recolor him. It's fine.
Recolor.
I'm not dead yet, sir.
Domlega, she is clamping down hard on Vrezad's head.
First of all, Domlega is wondering what the fascination is with eating Vrezad.
Elf is an exotic meat, apparently.
Secondly, he's just going to continue to go with the Sacred Flame, so another DC 12 dex save.
She will make that one. I rolled an 18. So she manages just to sort of like slither out of the way as she continues to clamp down hard on Vrezad's head. Anything else?
I mean, nothing really else I can do. Healing Vrezad's not going to help right now, so...
True. Dovan, you hear slurping noises.
Gotcha. Is she still disadvantaged with the webs, or is that long gone?
No, webs are gone because of the fire.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to pray for luck here. So Dovan sees her going for Vrezad, like intaking her. And he's going to cast his last Searing Smite on his mace. And he just screams out, "No!" And here we go. Mace attack on her head. Oh, this is a terrible roll.
14 will hit.
Okay, so first it's going to be 1 damage. Beautiful. Then I get the spell damage, which is D6. And then I get my bonus damage, which is an additional D6. And she's on fire. So she'll do her save at the beginning. My gosh, what terrible rolls, man.
Speaking to the choir, Channy.
Yeah, I know. At least she's on fire, so at the beginning of her turn, she'll have to save.
All right, Vrezad.
I tried. I'm sorry, Vrezad.
Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on, do I have anything that can get me out of this? I have advantage against being charmed. Does that apply here?
No.
Can I do a cut in action so I'm next try to pull him out of it before it goes off?
Nora, you do have something you can do.
Okay, I'm digging, but I don't know what.
Check your spell section.
Oh, Hellish Rebuke.
I will allow that as a thing because she's physically trying to suck your brain out. I think you would be able to do that. So I will allow you to attempt to kill her via Hellish Rebuke.
So technically, Vrezad's pointing like this, kind of like. You point your finger at the creature that damaged you, is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10, or it takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a success rate.
I will tell you this. Her dexterity is -1. So you have a greater than 50% chance of not turning into a zombie.
Okay.
Would you like to know what I rolled?
I'm a zombie now, aren't
I rolled a 2,
I?
which means she got a 1.
Which means she takes 11 fire damage.
Which is enough to kill her. Please explain how, as she's nearly sucking your brain out from your giant pointy elf ears, how you kill her.
So Vrezad just bursts into flames. Like, just bursts into flames on the inside and just lights her up.
Meanwhile, Dovan trying to hack at this thing from the outside with his mace over and over again. It's like,
It's that Captain Marvel moment where she really gets her powers. It's that kind of moment where Vrezad kind of gets his almost like an inspiration from the Fae to light her on fire.
As she burns in the fire, Vrezad, you hear in your head, if you think I was letting you go that easily, you're mistaken. We have much more to accomplish. Only Vrezad hears that.
Vrezad kind of nods, understanding which Fae that's from.
I'm going to give you this for free. You got no idea.
Well, I mean, he's assuming it's from his Fae that he.
Yeah, but you know you got powers. You don't know what they sound like yet.
Right.
Yes, Domlega, that will hit.
Oh, I know it will. Good. You don't take a lot of damage, but Vrezad just comes up and clocks you. Or Domlega comes up and clocks you, Vrezad.
What was that for?
That prisoner might as well be good as gone now. Quit getting your brain sucked out. And Domlega just storms off.
Meanwhile, Dovan just like hitting the remains of the pumpkin over and over again with his mace.
Well, Well, hold on. I'll get to storming off in a minute, but as you are hitting the remains of the pumpkin, you notice something, Dovan.
Oh no.
You notice that in the ichor of this pumpkin zombie, the back half of an arrow that has been fletched with black vulture feathers.
I recognize that arrow. So that's going to make Devon immediately stop as he grabs out and looks at it. He just kind of says out loud, Creighton?
As Domlega storms forward, you reach sort of the end of the cave that you find a ladder leading upwards. And as you climb up the ladder, you find yourself back at a very familiar spot, popping up in a little trap door right here behind the Fishing Guild building. As you pop your head up through the door, it's not on the map here, slightly off map, but you see a ship being frantically worked on. You see 5 people on the ship, 4 sort of generic-looking goons, and the one who seems to be leading the charge on this boat is a blue-skinned man. And that's where we'll end our episode. So, thank you very much for watching. On behalf of the entire crew here at Bay City Chronicles, that would be Chameleon Ice, Crimson Avix, Dark Falls, and the always tasty Norestra. I am your DM TGE, reminding you, as always, to keep hailing. Later.
And just a programming note, because our DM does forget about these things, apparently. We will not be on next Sunday. Make sure you check out the BCC Twitter page or the Discord, and we will update you on when our next stream will be. So just a reminder that we will not be streaming next Sunday.
Yep.
Anyway, take care all.